Hello everyone, this is Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas, and today we are in the kitchen and we are gonna keep some rice and beans for long-term food storage. So I bought some big bags, I think that's 10 pounds of rice, jasmine rice, and I have 12 pounds of pinto beans that I am going to can to have in the pantry, safe and dry for when we need it, whether it's in 2 months from now, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years. We want our food to be there and ready just in case. We never know. So to do this, we are going to need some mason jars. Here they are. And here, if you get them straight out of the store, never used, I would recommend to wash them first. I don't know if you've ever tried to smell inside one of these mason jar. It actually stinks. I don't know what they put in it, but I don't feel like putting my food right there, you know, with that kind of smell. So I would recommend you just put it in your sink, you wash it with soap and water, and make sure you dry it well. So you want it to be really dry. I washed mine yesterday, dried them, they've been here overnight, and they are ready to be used. And so we're gonna vacuum seal these jars, and to vacuum seal the jars, I am going to use my NutriChef right here. And to go from the NutriChef to the jar, I have these two adapters. So that's the brand FoodSaver. This is white mouth, regular mouth. I will put the link of everything in the description below the video if you need it. It's available on Amazon. Very handy to have. I would really recommend. And it comes with a cord to link it with your... Here I have a NutriChef. I have a Garian vacuum sealer in the country. It works just as well. So these things adapt to pretty much the vacuum sealer you have in your house, not just the FoodSaver. So let's get started here on the rice and the beans. So if you do not have a vacuum sealer, the other option is to use some of the oxygen absorbers here. So this is actually a large pack, maybe of 50 of them inside I purchased, that I would not recommend, because once it is open, I mean, you can, of course, I resealed and I did my best, but it has been open. So I would recommend here, if you want to use these oxygen absorbers, which works, it totally works, just buy them individually wrapped so that you just open them one at a time and you don't waste the rest. These ones, you just need to put a few. I would put 1 or 2 in the jar and until it pretty much absorbs and sucks it. So wait to get that suction. If it's not enough, put 2 more. It's going to depend on the size also of your absorbers. But myself, I do feel safer using the NutriChef. I see the suction right away. It just seals it very, very tight. So that's what we're going to use today. And let's get started here. Let me lower the camera so that you actually see what I am doing here. So let's start with the rice. So this is some Thai jasmine rice. I try to buy the food at the store when I see it on promotion. So these 2 bags I bought, this is my regular grocery store. The pinto beans is from my local warehouse, and I bought them because there was a deal. Right. And so here, what we're gonna do, it's pretty straightforward. We're gonna fill up the jars. Fill up the jars. So this rice here, when I look at it, it's best by December 2021. So we only have 6 months left, 5, so not that much. So let's can it. Oops. Maybe a tiny bit too much here. Well, actually, That's pretty good. 1 jar. Let's do the second one here. Let's see how many jars we fill up with this 10-pound bag. So that is it for the rice. My 10-pound bag that you see right there, it's filled up 6 jars. So they are full, perfect. We're gonna put them on the side, and now we're gonna do, as you guess, the same with the beans. And once we're ready, we're just gonna vacuum seal all these jars. So the pinto beans here, it's a bigger bag. I have 12 pounds. I might need a few more jars, but it's exactly the same. Oops. Alright, so now that we have our jars ready to be vacuum sealed, I just plugged in my NutriChef, and let me turn it around so that you see how that works. So what I'm gonna use here is the canister button, and I am, going to hook that one up here. And then we're gonna take the first jar, so this is the rice, and put the lid on, just like this. And we put, so the FoodSaver adapter, so regular mouth, just like this. We'll link it. As you can see, it's gonna take about it's gonna be a bit noisy. It's gonna take about 15 seconds, and we'll be back right after. And here you go. So if it vacuum sealed correctly, you should hear a little pop when we unplug it. And I always unplug it here first. You heard it, it popped. It means it worked. It is vacuum sealed. So we remove this one gently, and here you go. So at this point, you don't necessarily need to put that piece back on. I do, because I have it, but you don't need to put it tight. So here we go. 1 rice jar vacuum sealed for long-term food storage. And here we're gonna go with the beans. So the exact same thing. We put the lid, we put the adapter here, we're gonna hook it up, and we press on the canister button right there. For you're gonna have the 15-second noise vacuum sealing, and that will be it. And here you go. Once again, let's see if we hear the pop. Yes, we did. So it vacuum sealed. We remove this gently. And we put the lid back. And here we go. Pinto beans jar vacuum sealed for long-term food storage. So So the last step here, I will spare you the rest of the jars. I have quite a few to vacuum seal here, but an important part is of course to write the date right here so that you know when you did it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and share it with others that might be interested. Thank you all for watching. Bye. So here are the final jars, as you can see, with the date, as well as VS on top for vacuum seal, just to differentiate them from the ones we can with the regular canning method.